Folks, Bairdos here with another JimmyBonsai video. This one, I promise, this time will not be a long one. It's going to be full of Rhapsodies of Vanadiel missions. We'll be going from 1-3, which I believe we are on, to finishing 1-7, which will allow us to summon our 4th trust. So, let's get to it. As always, we're going to start off by opening our copy dial. Well, getting ready for recording, I sold our junk from the last session, chucked some of our scrolls up for sale as well. I have no idea what the hell that is. Our Cure 4 scroll goes for 40k, which was nice to see. And our 2 scrolls sellings go for 6k each, but not very often. That's a pretty sky. There's a thumbnail. Sadly not for this video. It's just bro. Sorry. That was very, very pretty. Yeah, so we have stuff up on the auction house. Nothing sold while we were away. There's nothing else to update, so let's get to Selbina. What I need to do is trade our bee pollen that we got to the mayor of Selbina, although I think actually we still need to speak to him. So we might actually be on 1-2 where we actually get that first. So I apologise if I sound a little nasally. I appear to have finally succumbed to the flu that my twins have at the moment. So I'll try and do my accents as normal, but it might not go too well. Right, that's a completely different quest, which we need to do at some point. Okay, you need to speak to someone else first. Let's wanted an adventurer. Ah, you must be JimmyBonsai. Thank you for answering the summons. One of the mayor's confidants has been asking for you. I'm Abelard, mayor of this village. So tiny, you see, that all I do is mediate when there are disagreements. A entrepreneur associate of mine known as Gilgamesh has had your name on his lips the past several days. He rescued a young woman adrift at sea, and she spoke quite highly of you when she woke up. Finding you has removed one burden off my shoulders, but there remains yet another. See, Gilgamesh made a second request. He's looking for clumps of bee pollen that can be procured from some of the large bees around the Crag of Holla or Crag of Dem. Their medicinal properties are highly valued even during times of peace, and what with the recent strange happenings, you probably don't know what I'm going to ask. You probably know what I'm going to ask. There's 3 clumps of bee pollen from those buzzing menaces located around either of the 2 aforementioned crags. Of course, your efforts will be duly rewarded. Best of luck. Oh, that was Nylena that said that. This flu has not just addled my voice, clearly. Yes, so it's him that wants it, not her. Have your beat pollen up, man. Oh, you've brought them back safely then. Gilgamesh and his entourage have just arrived back in port. So, you're JimmyBonsai, eh? I've heard much about you. My friend JimmyBonsai gathered these clumps of bee pollen just as you requested. Aye, this is just what we ordered. Now, a little tit for tat. Excellent. I think adventurers would have a use for these. So here, JimmyBonsai, for you. Suppose we'd best get down to business. JimmyBonsai, might come as a bit of a surprise to hear this, but I'm a pirate known for roaming the Bairdos Sea. The oceans to the west have been a bit stormier than usual of late, and my crew and I came across a small vessel adrift upon the tides. So of course, I said to myself, who'd have thunk that such a delicate rowboat could stay whole in such a terrible brew, and then the whole thing started flashing red. Being the curious sailor I am, I went and investigated. Lo and behold, there was a pretty young lass lying prone along the deck. I've always had quite the fondness for the colour red, figuring it must be a sign from Altana herself. I took her on board and brought her back with me to Norg. When she came to, the first words from those pale lips of hers were your name. So I want you to come back to Norg with us. She was quite insistent on meeting you. See, she's gone on a bit of a hunger strike. Ship's docked at port, waiting to take you wherever you've got affairs in order here. Just remembered a bit of pressing engagement I've got to attend to, but I'll catch up with you there. I have a request. And breathe a word to the populace that I aided a known pirate. Their activities aren't completely on the up and up. As a port town, we still depend on them. While we're talking of aid, remember to use that item I gave you. I'm sure it'll aid you in your travels. That's why it's called aid. Hey. Dun, 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 dun. Pakomar. Where's she? Where is she? There he is. Setting sail for Norg, landlubber. Hopefully you can handle the rough seas, as the poshest pirate there has ever been. Hoist the sails, mateys. We're off. Here we are in Norg. A hell of a lot easier than it would have been if we had went for the keys. Hello, home point. So now that we're in Norg, a few things to update on here. They made here a bit more relevant with some of the Rhapsody stuff. Once we hit 99, there's armor from some of the final areas that they added, or most recent. These guys can upgrade using various items, and they can be rather bloody good. Some of it's reforged, or high quality of the old abjuration gear, which led to me getting the upgraded conic cuirass, which is something that I always wanted back in 75 days. So the fact that I have that now on Bairdos makes me so happy. And you upgrade that through one of those guys back there. And that bloke there is the Sam quest starter, which we'll get into at some point as well, because Sam's still fun, which is not quite as good. Did you get bumped about by the waves on your way here, JimmyBonsai? No matter, the boss be waiting inside for you. Oh, would you look who's decided to join us? Love that character model. A little fuzzy on the definition of waifu. Master. I am both humbled and honoured to be able to exchange words with you once more. I have followed your instructions to the letter. Months upon years have I toiled, seeking guidance from both man and the heavens, never once letting my training or dedication falter. All this I have done so that we may meet once more. Unworthy though your disciple Iroha may be, her words and emotions are true. Master? You got a krill in your ears, boy. She's calling you her master. What kind of master runs around forgetting who their pupils are? You mean to say you don't remember her at all? What's all this malarkey? Not get angry at him. It is only natural that he not remember me. I have wholly lost track of what year this is. 884, correct? This time is many, many years before I came to be. My presence here is somewhat of an anomaly. Did you hit your head for? Found you floating adrift or something? You mean to say that you haven't been born yet? Then how'd you get here? I come from an age far in the future. Vanadiel stands on the precipice, and the Master is the only one who can guide me. So you mean to say that JimmyBonsai is this master of yours? And from that outfit you're wearing, I'd wager you were born in the Far East. It is correct. I'm the guardian of recent Genua Sanctorium. I have a strong link with the heavens as its chief priestess. Oh, I know the particulars of the Eastern faith are a bit foreign to the rest of us, but Altana remains a central figure even there. So that'd make you a religious authority then. And let me guess, the power of the spirits sent you back to our time. He set me adrift so that I may prevent the darkness which has engulfed my era. Since then, you're going to have to be a bit more straightforward. Does this mean that the beastmen end up victorious in the end? Or is it something far more nefarious? Master, do I have your leave to show them our reality? That's probably best. By your will. In the age from whence I hail, Vanadiel is gripped in the vice of fear. In my homeland, refer to it as emptiness, a blanket of darkness that infects all it touches. The master and his comrades strove tirelessly for a brighter future. Their tale is known by all in time. Many months and years passed. I came to be in this world and trained diligently under the master's gentle hand. But it was not long before the skies began to cloud, both figuratively and literally. It descended like a thick miasma, stifling the land under a blanket of silence. I looked into the master's eyes and could see the truth. My homeland was not the only victim. On Vindatia, Adelan, the end times were upon us, and both man and goddess were powerless to stop it. Then, how did you survive? Master and my father sacrificed themselves. My mother is from an island known as Rhapsodies, the land where the final struggle took place. Vanquishing the emptiness was but a fantasy. It was all I could do to erect a barrier to hold its advance. Pyrrhic victory, indeed, as the walls of Rhapsodies Sanctorium do not but echo back my own solitary cries. I was trapped for several years, when a spirit descended from the heavens to alight on a nearby brazier. She told me that there was only one speck of hope that could save us. The Master. I was to find the Master and join my light with his. Spirits opened a path for me, guiding me back here, to this point in Vanadiel's history. Master, I would like to give you this, lest I forget to do it at a later juncture. What you told me, there will be many trials posed to you before you finally set foot in the land you know today as the Far East. Keep this by your side, and the path will remain open to you always. Follow its guidance, and it will lead you unfailingly to my time. However, don't just hang on a minute. If we just follow it without doing anything else, we'll just end up at your apocalyptic future, where you're the only one left alive, right? That is correct. However, Master surely has the capacity to experience both futures, one with the emptiness and one without. Please, find a way to... I cannot stay long. What in blazes? JimmyBonsai, I can't make heads or tails of the whole thing. Think she's telling the truth? This warrants further study. I'll see if my agents can pick up on anything. I've never been too good at dealing with complex twists and turns. Give me some time to collect my thoughts. Maybe there is something more to that tale that Aroa spun. There's been more and more oddities happening of late. All manner of ne'er before seen beasts, people getting lost in places that look familiar but are somehow a bit off. So much more that I could mention. At first I figured the beast movement behind it all But now I'm not so sure. Gotta take stock of the situation and dig up any common threads. Hey, turn that thing off. Hola. Mea. Seek the crystal. What's that light all about? A voice, you say? I didn't hear a blasted thing. Hey, if you say so, then you probably did. Hopefully it gave you something to go on, which is darn sight better than anything I can do. Hey! Don't even need to go and do the next bit. Score! So, after only 22 minutes, we are at the point of having our 4th trust. And I will have cut all of the me coughing up a lung, so you'll not realise, but this has taken a lot out of me to do those accents. I've enjoyed them. It's been bloody sore. So, as promised, really short video there. We now have our Rhapsody in white, so we can get our 4th trust. Next video is just pure leveling. Hope you've enjoyed the video, folks. If you did, a like and a subscription would be awesome. 11 videos go up on Wednesdays and Saturdays. So take it easy. Adios.